plain nose art, stuff like that. Stuff that Oshima was really into at the time.
Actually, wasn't there a video in Sonic Adventure 2 HD ports where they said that Dr. Eggman was Robotnik's nickname?
Dr. Eggman being Robotnik's nickname. The thing with Robotnik is that was completely came up with by the U.S. He was always called Eggman, always has, always will. It was the name of Robotnik was came up with by the American branch because they thought Eggman was really weird, but it's confusing because like the thing with Eggman was like oh, by the way, hey, I'm on stream, that's cool.
Yay.
But the thing is that Sega of America is like really lazy, where they didn't even really change the name in like Sonic 2, where it literally just says Eggman and like the symbols are still EG, so you know he was always called Eggman.
Yeah.
Always called Eggman. Just a little factoid today.
Well, I mean, technically, even then, I wasn't alive at the time, but even then,
I mean, me neither, but
when Sonic, like, I'm pretty sure everybody just called him Eggman because of his egg shape.
well,
Yeah.
the reason behind his name is from his design. He looked like an egg shape, and the whole thing about Sonic.
I mean, American audience.
Well, no, actually, they called him Robotnik because they called him that in the manuals. A lot of decisions were made in the manuals affected the character forever.
Then how did the whole Gerald Robotnik and Maria Robotnik came to be?
Well, that came to be after the fact. It was around, basically, they were like, well, shit. We have a completely different continuity in the States now because of all the shit that happened earlier on, and we have to figure out a way how to make something consistent, considering the fact that we're going to be making more story-driven stuff, and things will be very confusing. And basically, what Sega was doing as well also was, of course, making things appeal in Japan. So they were taking notes from what they were doing in the West, so to speak, with this this interpretation, I guess you could say, the cool tubular Sonic with that face and all that stuff, and with nothing more other than that. And that led to...
Oh, did I lose connection with them? What's going on?
It's still funny because like the notion of Robotnik is in Generation specifically. That's only in the US version. In Japan, they don't even have something. They have something completely different for that. It's very funny. It just goes to show that they only did that just to try to use.
But in the Japanese version of SA2 and probably Shadow the Hedgehog, did they actually use the name Robotnik in Japanese versions?
Well, yeah, they kind of did at that point because they just had to figure out a way how to merge these confusing continuities together that SOA just kind of like came up with.
And how did they manage to go with the continuity in the Sonic X? Like, because that one was a bit of a confused trip on that one.
I hate to interrupt, but I gotta go, you guys.
Okay, well, take care, Remy.
Hello, stream
I'll talk to you
goers.
later, Nick. You already know we gotta talk about the things and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound enthusiastic. Anyways, stay funky, y'all. For
Keep it
real,
real, brother.
See ya.
you know.
All right. Hang on
Hello,
one second.
everybody.
Hello, stream goers. There's like 2 people here.
Yes.
I was gonna ask how did they manage to go with the Sonic X one?
Sonic X, I actually haven't studied all too much, but I know that
not with the Sega Meter, not with the I meant the whole 2 worlds thing, and then
2 worlds thing. Okay.
how Eggman was able to be in Sonic's dimension, but then
2 worlds
then
is very interesting. Where basically, a lot of people just kept. Basically, a lot of people who were working at Sega just kind of kept making different, I guess, takes on Sonic's world, where it just became an inconsistent mess of just kind of people not really digging deep into it, and really taking parts of the DNA and making something a consistent product. So basically, they were like, "Oh shit," and they took out the duct tape, and they were like, "There are two worlds now, and this is how it is." The suits and Izuka kind of just had to be puppeted regarding that. It feels like.
Yeah.
Because the thing is Eggman's origins when it comes to the Sonic X universe.
Mhm.
think
As far as I believe, Eggman is a scientist who has always been in Sonic's world, and basically there is only one world, in my opinion.
Because he found in Sonic X, because in the Japanese version of Sonic X, at least like Eggman found his grandfather's
Yeah, in Sonic X, but like in the games, his origins just mad.
I mean the games I understand, but when it comes to Sonic X, just Sonic X alone, because that is an alternate universe.
Yeah, Sonic X is alternate universe.
Well, I think it's the fact of the matter is that with Sonic there isn't really that much to really have a origin story, nor is there. Does it really affect how we perceive the character? He already has personality. He has emotions in at least the Japanese continuity. He had emotions, so to speak. He wasn't always this. He wasn't.
I'm just interested only in Eggman's origins within the Sonic X canon.
Sonic X.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know. Sonic X is very confusing. There's a little bit more strangeness to that. I haven't studied it all too much. I guess it was at a point where you had Oshima who already kind of left, so and the people who were kind of working on it were, I don't know, kind of just trying to put together.
Didn't Yuji Naka left during development of Sonic 06? Not Sonic X.
He left during no. I'm talking about Oshima. I'm talking about Naoto Oshima, the creator of Sonic and his world.
Oh, the creator. Yeah, the creator.
Yuji Naka was the
artist.
Yuji Naka was the programmer. It was Naka who. Basically Oshima was the artist who not only created Sonic's design, the world, and pretty much helped develop the story of Sonic. You could thank him for all of the really nice stuff in the earlier outings, both stylistically and whatnot, especially 1 and CD. And a bit of chaotics, because a lot of it was rubbed off from him. And he kind of set the style, the tone, and all that. Stuff that the Sonic OVA took a lot of notes from. The fact that Oshima was really involved with that project, along with Naka. By the way, the OVA is like super cool. It's probably the closest interpretation of the personalities of the characters outside of the manuals and games from this era of Sonic, at least. By the way, to the two people watching, read the Japanese manuals. They're really good.
I love how this is my stream, but Nick is the one that's giving like the Sonic oral presentation. Which I'm all down for. I mean, I am actively listening and enjoying. So
I'm glad that you are. I love talking about this stuff.
You're live streaming our conversation.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, he's doing a test stream. It's probably gonna go unlisted, so it's like no big deal.
No, it's gonna go unlisted.
Is it on Twitch or YouTube?
It's on YouTube, and it's not my main YouTube either. I have like a secondary like art YouTube that basically has has like nobody on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at the Japanese manual. There's one slight problem. They're in Japanese.
Oh,
I don't know Japanese.
There is the Sonic Retro manual. Well, Sonic Retro has translations of them.
I'm on Sonic Retro. It's in Japanese.
Did you go on the... There is a translation that was made. If I can link it, you can check that out. It's really, really nice. Let me get it. Not only does it give snippets of the characters' personalities, but also goes in depth about the world building, which is really cool.
Speaking of Japanese manuals, is it true that is it true in Sonic Adventure 2 that G1 just arrested Sonic just to cover up their tracks about Project Shadow? They knew about Project Shadow's escape.
No, I just think people in Sonic Adventure 2 were really dumb.
No, I meant just G1 itself.
Yeah, they're dumb. They probably just saw Sonic and
Honestly,
they saw Shadow and
knowing
then thought he was Sonic, and Shadow was just doing bad things. So
Right,
yeah, no, I just
Japanese
think they're
manuals
just
are
dumb.
all-
Keep in mind that Shadow looked a lot more like Sonic in like the earlier developments of the game, so it's a little bit more understandable. But now that he looks like completely different and not like Sonic at all, the whole plot line of people confusing Shadow for Sonic is actually just really dumb.
Well, yeah.
They can't tell the difference between quills being up and down.
And
And
color.
Granted, Sonic does. I mean, Shadow does look like Sonic if Sonic was supersonic.
Well, I mean, the closest thing would probably be like the fact that
His
it
fur
was
is
done in.
black.
Unless
I
they
mean, like,
assume Sonic was going through a
wasn't
goth
Why is it
phase.
different?
Oh, wait,
At least if the quills are up.
wasn't the footage done at night or something? I could have sworn.
Yeah, it was.
The one footage.
I mean,
That could probably be
that's
the simple mistake of that, but like I don't know.
the problem is that somewhat works, except when Shadow was standing in a brightly
Standing
lit
in the bright
street
light.
and lights were on him, and you could
Exactly.
clearly see it was different. And also how no one at gun thought, well, Sonic's a hero who's constantly saved the world multiple times. Of course he'd suddenly turn evil.
Well,
No,
I mean,
Sonic's
hey,
going through his emo phase.
Well, I mean, hey, guess who left after SA1?
Oshima?
Oshima, the man who kind of just really got the personalities, I guess the world building kind of down put. I mean, like, he worked on Sonic Adventure and probably was like one of the main dudes who kind of just kept that together,
Sega Mew actually makes a point.
Hang on, let me take a look, see. Purposely arrested Sonic Youth purposes. Well, yeah, that's the thing, but like they never talk about it. They never mention that.
I think they might have mentioned it in the Japanese manual of SE2.
The Japanese manual? I mean, like, probably. I need to double check.
Yeah.
I'm a bit unsure about that though. Honestly, the 16-bit games are probably the closest to like going in depth about the story. Like, especially Sonic 3 and 2, and actually just all of them. But 3 is like really interesting.
I mean, because certain manuals do tell certain stories that don't show in the game.
I did want to mention something about 3, if you guys don't mind.
Like Sonic and the Black Knight, for example, because in the manual states that that Sonic was waiting for Amy so they could go on their date. Literally.
Now, this is going to be very interesting. About Sonic 3, I want to mention this about the manuals and how they kind of go in depth about certain things. It is implied in Sonic 3's manuals that at one point there was multiple sets of Chaos Emeralds. Like multiple sets of Chaos Emeralds.
Omega Sonic, when he gets all 15 million emeralds.
Well, I mean, like, if you look into the inspirations of Sonic Castle in the Sky, for instance, and how there is a mineral in there that's being mined and whatnot.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
But, you know how Supersonic is kind of already shown in the intro for Sonic 3, right?
Yeah.
However, basically, in this, it shows that Knuckles has a set of Chaos Emeralds in the Emerald Altar that then vanish, pretty much, into their, I presume, special zones. Because I always considered that to be a sign of kind of like the emeralds trying to protect themselves, so to speak. You can kind of think of it like that, especially in Sonic 1, where you have like these mazes or labyrinths, so to speak, almost like an obstacle course. And shown here, considering the fact that just after this mention of the Chaos Emeralds vanishing, the Death Egg is shown to have crashed on the island. It is showing that basically the Chaos Emeralds felt a threat and then vanished. The threat being Dr. Eggman, of course, who was continuously after and searching for Chaos Emeralds, which is implied in Sonic 1. The actual power of the Emeralds is really interesting, and the fact that they are capable of practically nuclear energy, empowering nuclear machinery and all that, which is really neat. And I think the way that they describe that actually kind of goes back to the fact that the notion of nuclear energy, which can be used for not only war, but also has some cleaner energy practices, so to speak, as well. It's a really neat comparison with that kind of delicacy of it, if used in the right hands or the wrong hands. I kind of like that, you know?
Yeah, it's just one of those things that it adds on to the fact that, you know, Sega doesn't really pay attention to like the Chaos Emeralds anymore, considering they're like the most interesting part of the series, if you ask me.
Well, it's because the writers did not know anything about the Chaos Emeralds.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is like all this stuff was just
then get better writers.
The sad thing is that all that stuff was just retconned with Adventure. For some reason, and I don't understand that. Which is weird, is because like it is confirmed. Izuka-san did confirm that there was a number of Chaos Emeralds until Adventure, where they just were like, "Fuck it, 7." And I think that was just either specifically consistency's sake, or that was just because of just sheer just trying to
probably
down to just make a better story.
Or they were like, let's just rip off Dragon Ball.
Well, I mean, in Dragon Ball, there were multiple sets of Dragon Balls.
So somebody had mentioned that
originally there were just only 7 Dragon Balls.
Sorry, Arrow, what'd you say?
Somebody had mentioned that they wish, you know, they'll bring the Super Emeralds back, and I think sometimes people forget that the Super Emeralds actually are the Chaos Emeralds.
Well, yeah, they're the Chaos Emeralds kind of merged with
the Master Emerald.
I guess powered by the Master Emerald. It's very strange. But like I like the notion of there being multiple emeralds. I think it gives a bit more mysticism to it. Like there's each island has their own property of this power source that was mined out earlier by an ancient civilization. The ancient civilization that is set in Sonic 2, which is interesting. This bit right here where it's in the remote past, the people of this island, being Westside Island, developed civilizations by using the mysterious stones, and had lived highly prosperous lives. However, that prosperity had been brought to nothing in a single night by people who tried to use the stones in unintended ways. And the mysterious stones are said to have ended up being sealed somewhere in the island by the gods. This is not the echidnas, by the way, because you could tell that the civilization is more bird-like, much like Sonic 1. There's a lot more bird-like statues and whatnot in comparison to the echidna-based statues and whatnot, and kind of designs and architecture that you see in Sonic 3, which is a bit more Egyptian almost, which is strange.
Yeah.
You notice that these bird people, they built ruins that were more Greco-Roman. You can see that in Marble and Aquatic Ruin Zone. And it's strange because there's like a consistency with that, which is interesting. It's almost like they were leading into that ancient civilization. And then there's a secondary civilization that was introduced from the echidnas with Sonic 3, and that is more Egyptian-based architecture. And you can still see that in Egyptian and Mayan-based architecture.
I hated the Sonic 3 second level.
Yeah.
I mean the second pyramid level.
So you mean
Sandopolis
Act 2? Yeah.
Act 2.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's because of that one loop that that is nearly almost impossible to get out of.
Yeah, I argued the second half of Sonic 3 to be kind of a myth, but I mean, I can't really blame them either. And there is a very interesting reason why Sonic 3 is split up into two parts.
I have no problem with the Barrel of Doom, but that Act 2, nobody even talks about how there's a loop.
A lot of people
And
talk about.
Sorry, one of my friends just joined the stream. The only thing he said in chat was just Super Mario.
Super Mario 64.
Thank you, Aaron. We're definitely talking about Mario. Go on.
Hell yeah, man! I love Super Mario. This guy seems cool. Your friend seems cool.
He is pretty cool. He said he draws pictures of green M&Ms and it scares me.
what?
Aaron, I'm about to out you on my stream. No, go on. You guys were vibing well.
All right. Sorry, I was just getting some stuff. But yeah, it's really neat how there's some consistency with that, or some interesting allusions to that. So I believe I had 6 emeralds was because it was enough to bring the Plants and Natures back, but not enough to transform into Super Sonic. Explain why he was confused there. Okay.
Do you guys like my Sonic art? It's so good.
Oh my goodness. The green M&M. Oh, you see that on the stream? That's wonderful. Okay. I'm going to punch you, Arrow Artwork.
It's fine.
Oh goodness. I think you better run away. That sounds like a death threat, dude. He might dox you.
Also, Aaron, why are you calling me Arrow Artwork? We know each other. Just call me Colin, by the way, guys. I prefer it.
All right, Colin, you got it.
You got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, oh goodness, where was I? I think I
ruined your train of thought with green M&M.
Yeah. Well, actually, we were talking about the Chaos Emeralds and the point of the 6 emeralds and all that. Well, like I had mentioned in the Sonic 1 manuals, which, by the way, I'm probably gonna give a link here right now about that. If you don't mind, I'll just post in the chat. I'll post in the chat for you guys because you guys are watching.
Hello, are we live?
I guess.
On my on like my secondary YouTube channel, I'm just testing out some streaming for Sunday because I'm gonna stream if I get commissions and we'll work on them live.
So yeah, take a look at these and take a look at the Japanese manual here. They're great reads. But I guess the notion of that, now I'm thinking about it, is that goodness, my brain is like doing backflips right now. I mentioned that in the Sonic 1 manual, you see that the Chaos Emeralds, which are alluded in, are basically said to have mystical properties, and by mystical properties, I mean they're very powerful. It says here that basically Chaos Emeralds are a super substance that gives energy to all living things. Energy to all living things, mind you, which is something that you see at the ending. The fact that it rejuvenates the land and benefits the world, the island itself. Furthermore, they can also be used as nuclear weapons or high-energy laser weapons by science and technology. That's the thing, is that they have an ultimate power source. And I have kind of figured out, this is kind of an allusion to almost the illusion of nuclear energy kind of reminds me of the fact that, like I mentioned earlier, nuclear energy can be used both for good and for bad. It's dependent on the one who uses it. Nuclear energy could be a very clean source, but it also could be a weapon of war. It really fits in with some of the messages that were
nature versus technology.
Oh dang.
Well, nature versus technology, I feel, is only just a slight thing. It's more like the fact that a blend of nature and technology
Yeah.
that I feel was the real message. If you see Sonic CD, especially the good futures in there, it's not just all natural, like what you
Yeah.
would think stuff like SATAM would want, where it's like, oh, we brought the forest back and all that. No, it's it's a lot different than that. It's a lot more complicated. It is technology and nature in this kind of utopian kind of feel to it. Um, I think a lot of people don't really think about. I kind of like that a lot more. I think it's a lot more interesting and complex than just techno bad, tree good. You know,
Yeah.
there's a little bit more to it than just that. I think a lot of
By the
people
way,
don't know that.
speaking of live streams,
Yes.
Kan is live streaming.
What
Yeah,
are they saying?
Cam is live streaming art for Sonic Revolution.
This artwork is so fire.
I really love the airbrush look, dude. It's absolutely goated.
Thank you. I'm actually kind of rushing this a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Base can join quills though.
Say that again.
Still looks super good.
I was gonna say Base can join the conjoined quills you got right there.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for that. I told you. The old Oshma artwork, I'm a big fan of. For that, it's very easy to just kind of do. It's almost like a nice flow.
It's
Love
like
it.
it's one big solid shape.
Yep. It's just a clean swoop. You just get those two circles that just kind of like you guide it using that as a reference. It's really, really satisfying to pull off.
After I
Man,
get
I
this
need to
ear.
know how to clip artwork more. I need to learn how to do more clipping so I can color stuff in.
Oh, you mean mask? Because essentially all what I do in Clip Studio Paint, what I do is I just make a solid shape. Let's say like actually let me put that on top of it's just right here. So yeah, I just make a shape. And then again these shapes aren't very aren't very like crisp. They're just shapes. And then in program there's a clip mask option, and then boom, all I had to do is just come on, and it automatically clips it for me.
That's nice.
But you're even doing the shadows for the ears? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's all just basically a bunch of shapes together. Let me. It's looking a little rough. Hold on. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I could just do this. Hold on. No. Oh, that's the right one. Oh, because I was using the airbrush again. Oops. Oh, we want to do this. Let's do soft, low, hard. There we go. Easy. Well, it's not the best shape, but again, I'm just doing some art testing for this. I think I'm just going to keep it as this for now, because it looks like my stream has been running well, which I find it funny because this seems to be running pretty well, but the second that I try to live stream something on Discord, it just dies. Like I just get frame drops off the wazoo. So that might just be a processing thing.
Probably. Yeah.
I need to get more RAM for this computer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Alrighty,
there you
with
go. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have an answer.
So what kind of commercial do you think Sega should recreate for Sonic?
Also, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you guys. This was just a test stream. I'll see you guys Sunday. Bye bye.